What's up, everyone? It's Joshua Bass, and today I'm going to do the walkthrough of my kayak. I've had it for 2 years and I think it's time overdue now, so follow me along and I'll go ahead and walk from front to back and show you everything on how I run the kayak. So up front, I run the Rogue strap. This allows me to pull the kayak out of the water and onto my trailer. Also, I use this if I'm in really shallow water and I need to get off the kayak and drag it through whatever I'm getting through to get to the other side of the lake. This comes in handy. So I have it strapped up in the front. It does have an adjustable clamp here, which is very nice and very handy. So if you are looking for a strap, I would look into Rogue. They have very nice straps. Moving forward, this is a storage system that Old Town has on their Autopilot 136. I don't typically store anything in here. What I do have is the cables to my graph. I have them in there tucked in, and that's pretty much what I store in there. I don't really store any gear in there, but it's a pretty nice hatch. If you want to go ahead and store anything, you have the option to do so. Moving forward, I run a Dakota lithium box. This is what I use for my light system. So if you see I have here, that's the switches, I have the lights. I also run my GoPros on this. So this little cover covers up the USB port. I connect my USB port there, and then the other end I could either run the GoPro or the Insta360, where I run it on top of my trolling motor. This trolling motor is remote, has a remote, also has the capability of spot lock. So I run the GoPro up top, which gives me a different angle, and I also run a GoPro in the back, which gives me a separate angle. I run two angles, one in the front, one in the back, which I'll go to that one once we get there. So moving along, the trolling motor has a lever, which is on this side, where if you pull this, if I can get to it, if you pull this lever here, this trolling motor goes down as so, and it gets locked into place. All right, moving along, this is where I keep my catch board. I keep it tucked on the side. I usually put it right here when I run tournaments. And when I go ahead and measure my fish, I keep the catch board alongside with the foot pedals, which allows the catch board to stay in place. So that comes in handy all the time. The catch board also comes with this pouch here where you can put the tournament cards and you can put all the codes to the tournament. So that's pretty neat. I keep that, again, tucked here. I also run this Yak Attack track pack. This is usually where I keep quick lures that I want to grab. I keep my weights. I usually keep that up front for quick access for things I need. Sometimes I'll run a GoPro here. I also have a Yak Attack mount for the GoPro system. So sometimes I'll run it here if I don't want the front angle. I like to give my viewers a different angle all the time. Moving over here, I run a Solix. I run a Solix 10. This is the cover. This Solix 10 is perfect size. Some people run 9s. I've seen some people run 12-inch graphs. I run a 10. I feel like it's not too big, not too small, and it's perfect. The capability of having this here is just amazing. It's obviously powered by a Dakota lithium battery, which I'll go ahead and show you guys that once we move along down. On this graph, I have it mounted on a ram mount. So there's a lot of mounts out there. I really like this ram mount because the material of this ram mount is sturdy. It doesn't shake. As you see, I'm really shaking it, and it barely has any wobble. So when I'm on the water, the graph is not going all over the place. Moving along forward, I have this Yak Attack cup holder. Usually I store either my drink or my firearm, depending on what I want to carry there. And I also have my pliers here, quick access, and I have it tethered, so if in the case that it falls in the water, I can always grab it, which is very handy because I've lost pliers that way. So moving down, Autopilot 136 also has a kill switch. So this, I store it here, but most of the times I'll have it on my PFD, just in case you fall over. It's always good to have that. So if you're traveling and the kill switch comes off, you go ahead and your motor shuts off and your kayak doesn't take off from you. Moving along, I have this pouch here. Now this is a military pouch. It's nothing from fishing, but typically I keep things like my scents. I'll keep GoPro stuff in there. I'll keep lures, I'll keep a bag of worms or whatnot, depending on what I'm using, a bag of soft plastics, and then that's pretty much like quick access stuff as well. Moving to this side. All right, so here I run the Kayak cushion from Kayak Cushion. They have different, I guess, cushions. They have a thinner one, they have the medium one, which is this one, then they have a thicker one. So depending on your weight and your size, Kayak Cushion has a Kayak cushion for you. So I would look into them. Very comfortable. It makes a long day on the water very enjoyable. So I would look into Kayak Cushion if you're looking for something nice on your seat. Obviously, I run a cooler on this side. This is a Yeti cooler. I typically keep like snacks on this side, and I'll run a bigger cooler in the back where I run my drinks, but this is where I have all my snacks. So moving over here, this is where all the batteries are. So I run a Dakota Lithium 12 volt 23 amp hour for my graph, and then here I run a 12 volt 100 amp hour for my trolling motor. And I can pretty much get a whole day's worth, if not 2 whole days worth of fishing, depending on how much I travel. So moving along, so here I have a Yak Attack Black Pack Pro. This is the 16 by 16. This is where I store all my tackle. I keep my power pole battery here, all my GoPros accessories here, and any miscellaneous things like soft plastics or whatnot, I also store here. I currently run 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I run 10 rod holders here. They have rod straps, so that way you don't lose any of your rods, and it comes in handy. And then moving along here, I run my PFD. So in my PFD, I store my phone. I have the pouches where I store my radio for comms. If I go out with buddies of mine, that's always good to have. And then on this side, this is where the remote for the power pole is, and also the remote for the trolling motor. So again, this has spot lock capability, it has different speeds. I've gotten up to 4.3 miles an hour on the Kayak, and it's honestly a pretty quick kayak if you want some speed. And the spot lock capability, again, it's amazing. It helps fishing, it helps getting to spots and locking down, and giving you the best capability of catching fish there is. So moving along, I do run the micro anchor power pole. The battery is a wireless battery. Let's go back and show you that. So you put this in here, and that's wireless. Now, this micro anchor power pole also comes with a cable one that you can run to a battery, where you don't have to have a wireless one, which you obviously have a longer battery source and you can power down a lot longer. I typically didn't want to run that. I think this is perfect for a whole day of fishing, if not 2 days. I think it has like 200 power pull downs, I think, or maybe 100 and something, but either way, this is perfect for me. It lasts me pretty much all day. I really don't need anything. The power pole goes into here, and it has all the settings here, how hard you want the power pole to go down to the ground, and how soft you want it to go down. And last but not least, this is the rudder. So this rudder is moved and maneuvered through the kayak with your feet. So we'll go back to the front so I can show you where that's at. And the rudder is obviously moved, like I said, with your feet, so it's right here. So if you want to go right, you push with your right foot. If you want to go left, you push with your left foot, and that typically maneuvers the kayak to where you want to go. So that's pretty much it. A quick rundown on how I run it. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and comment down below, and I'll be more than glad to show you or talk to you guys or run you through what I do. If you have any questions specifically on what I have, just go ahead and reach out. Again, shoot me a comment, and make sure you guys follow, subscribe, like, and comment, and I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.